call me Mac, and I have a podcast called Talk Smack with Mac on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff. I talk a lot of sports. My Instagram is mainly sports, but on my podcast, which is on Podbean as well. I talk life, I talk music, I talk whatever I want. You mentioned Joe Rogan before. You kind of like a Joe Rogan feel with a heavy lump sum of sports in there, mainly football, basketball, and MMA.
So how long has your podcast actually been going on for? Because I know I've known you since pretty much I started out podcasting. But when did you actually kind of get started into it?
So I released my first episode, I want to say back in like June of last year. So I've been going for about 7 months now.
And have you seen a lot of viewership growth within that time, or did it start out strong, continue to that point, or continue, sorry, at that level to this point?
So there's different levels to it. Instagram has been a slow, steady climb the entire time, whereas YouTube, I look back on it and my video content was great. I know what I'm talking about, but the quality is sucked. So it took a lot of videos on YouTube of learning and teaching myself along the way before I started seeing people actually that I don't know subscribing to my YouTube channel.
And I know that's obviously something you've been pushing for a while. I remember you'd messaged me about it before. And you've got something now like almost 400 subscribers on your YouTube, is it?
Yeah, creeping up there. I got like 350, something like that. So I'm super small now, but like I said, it comes with the learning process. When you make a product that looks incredible and you're talking good stuff on top of it. Are we good to cuss on here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell
Okay,
yeah.
you're making great video and you're talking good shit too. People are really gonna appreciate it. I really respect the process and the grind that it takes. I don't expect to be Joe Rogan overnight. He worked his ass off and he earned it. So I understand there's levels to it.
What was it actually got you interested in the first place? Was it something you'd always wanted to do, or did you kind of want to get into the content space but didn't know really whether to go straight YouTube, podcast? What sort of helped you make the decision to go for a podcast, and what was the inspiration?
I've always been a big sport guy. I remember watching Kobe Bryant win championships when I was 6 years old. I've been doing this for a long time, and I always felt like my opinion kind of stuck out more than others. I actually knew what the hell I was talking about from a young age. And when I was in the military, my friends used to tell me all the time, man, you should talk about this. You should make a podcast. So it was my friends that kind of sparked that idea. And finally, the June of 2019, I remember sending my cousin a text message. I was at the gas station. I'll never forget this. And I was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna start a podcast. I think I'm ready." And that was the start. It took 1 year for that from that text message for me to actually do it and get it out there. But yeah, man, podcasting is awesome. I feel like it's the future for sure. I think there's something like upwards of like 600 billion blogs out there, but there's only like 600 million podcasts.
Yeah.
So there's so much growth to be made, but the thing that really got me was I remember watching Joe Rogan and I was like, I really love this show. I've learned more from this show and the guests that come on it than in
Yeah.
years of like high school and all of that. I learned so much.
Hell yeah.
So that kind of drew me into podcasting itself.
So something else I wanted to ask you about was your actual editing. Because I know when you look at your YouTube channel, you have specific made thumbnails, not just taken from the video, and you also have little shorter clips and you have longer videos. Do you edit everything yourself, or do you give that off to someone else? What's your workflow there?
I Everything that is Talk Smack with Mac, unfortunately, is all me. I do everything, and it's absolutely time consuming.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, man, one day I would like to build a team. I want to build a team, people that believe in me, that believe in the show and where it can grow to, and maybe have a person that does the editing. My buddy Kyle, he's gonna be the one. He's a sound engineer. He's gonna start doing the sound edits on the show. He taught me. I'm dabbling in Logic a little bit. That's where I do my recordings.
Nice.
And he's a genius, man. Check out Kyle if any of you guys need a sound engineer for sure. But yeah, man, I'd like to get a team behind me, man. Have like my own personal Jamie in the back recording the episode and doing the edits and stuff. But You know how it is. In the beginning, you got to do everything yourself.
It's all a grind. Yeah, exactly, man. And I know you actually said it at the start of the episode, but I wanted to touch on it again. How do you host your podcast? Because I know for me, and I know like a lot of people, I took the easy route and I just went with Anchor and let them auto distribute. How do you go about your distribution as well as putting it on YouTube?
So I got the actual audio version I got originally on Podbean. Um, that I didn't know who the hell to go through. I Googled some stuff and Podbean popped up, and I've been rocking with them. I hear a lot of great things with Anchor, and Anchor distributes it to other places itself. Podbean is beginning to do that too, but I put it on Spotify and I put it on Apple iTunes myself, and then I linked that to the Podbean, and now it automatically distributes to all of those when I upload.
Exactly. So I know you said at the start, and you probably don't want to talk too much about it, but you said about you've got more plans coming up this year. You've got a lot of stuff you want to do with your podcast, with the show. Is there anything you kind of can talk about? Anything you're kind of aiming for, targets you're trying to reach?
Yeah, within the next couple months, I plan to have a website up finally. But along with that website, I'm going to have an entire catalog of Talk Smack with Mac clothing that you could buy. I have sweaters coming, I have t-shirts coming, I have joggers, hats, fanny packs. I have a bunch of stuff that you could choose so you could be a part of the Talk Smack team. Yeah, so you could check out for the website, but definitely some more improvements coming on YouTube. I just started using Final Cut within the last month or two, and it's that thing is like a puzzle piece, but once you figure it out, you can make some amazing videos. So I'm dabbling with Final Cut. Just be on the lookout for improvements within Talk Smack internally. And of course, I'm always going to be talking my good shit.